You might have heard of AFIR, but what is it? AFIR stands for Alternative Fuel Infrastructure, and it is a new regulation that ensures paying at all electric vehicle charging stations in Europe will be uniform and simplified. However, this entails some challenging obligations for charging point operators. An important one being payments, because as part of the AFIR regulation, all charging points must be accessible without a subscription or pre-registration account, and enable contactless payments with credit card and debit cards. The upside here is that drivers of electric vehicles will be able to use the same payment options as they used to at petrol stations or any other regular store as of April 2024. The downside is achieving this is easier said than done. Who's responsible for payments and the handling of third-party funds at EV charging stations? In the EV charging supply chain, there are many companies responsible for the charging experience, such as petrol stations, energy suppliers, municipalities, but also parking lots. However, when the new AFIR regulation is enforced, drivers should be able to pay with their debit and/or credit card at an EV charging station. But the question becomes, who is now responsible for the payments and handling of the third-party funds? Well, none of these companies I just mentioned earlier are. They are not allowed to act as a payment service provider. So, under the new AFIR regulation, whoever is managing the payments in the supply chain today, they will need to work with a licensed payment service provider. This to ensure they are compliant. Why are companies in the EV charging supply chain not allowed to act as a payment service provider? Well, according to the PZ2 regulation, you cannot process and manage third-party funds unless you have a required license to do so. And one example is easy. You want to verify your suppliers before paying out. A payout could be pending. And doing this correct can be a huge challenge when it isn't a part of your core business. And that is why working with a payment service provider will automatically ensure you the following. You will be compliant. You are able to easily onboard or register new suppliers, which is mandatory. You are able to split payments very easily, and you are able to provide the most popular payment methods in each single country. How will payment flows change around EV charging after AFIR? Well, the current process is as follows. When charging the car, you need to pre-register or create an account, and then you are able to charge your car. When your session is finished, the payment is charged on your bank account and paid out towards the supplier. Then the supplier is responsible for managing the funds and distributing towards all parties involved. However, when the AFIR is implemented, this is not allowed anymore. You see, in a new setup, you can just use your credit card or debit card like you used doing at the petrol station or any regular store. Under the new AFIR legislation, charging your car is very easy. Just start charging your car by swiping your card. If the session is finished, funds will be distributed towards the PSP, and after that will be split towards all parties involved. So when AFIR is implemented and you'd like to ensure your EV charging solution is reliable, compliant, and you're providing the best payment experience for your users, work with a payment service provider like OPP.